Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to another All Things Juneteenth. We are in February of 2024. Can you believe it? The time is truly flying by. Well, my name is Marquis, and I am the director for the Miss Juneteenth Nevada Scholarship Program. We do it in the setting of a pageant, and I started this series to highlight our National Observance Foundation calendar. And so we are taking the inspired featured for the month, and it actually is the founder of the National Juneteenth Observance Foundation, and his name is Rev Ronald Myer Sr, MD, so he really was a doctor. The picture of him in February is a picture of him at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C., with the founder of the 1619 Project, Calvin Pearson. So I'll read it verbatim. It says, Reverend Ronald Myer Sr, MD, founder NJOF, and Calvin Pearson, founder Project 1619, National Press Club, Washington, D.C., circa 2013, the National Juneteenth Prayer Breakfast. Now, we have to do some digging because we have to know what is the 1619 Project, okay, as well the National Prayer Club and the breakfast. The National Press Club, excuse me, make sure I get that right, National Press Club. And the prayer breakfast. So there is an annual prayer breakfast held in Washington, D.C. And so we should look that up. This happened to be in 2013, and it also offers a prayer. And the prayer is an African American History Month observance requiem prayer for the innominate slave. Now, innominate isn't a word that I typically use in conversation, so I looked it up. Innominate means unnamed. So let's see what the prayer says. May this National Day of Remembrance and Mourning and the monument to the innominate slave serve as fitting memorial in all those of our African forefathers and foremothers who lie restless, buried beneath the high seas of the Middle Passage, with only the crest of its waves as their tombstones. To the African victims of the slave trade Holocaust, yet unravaged by God and man, who lie restless beneath the soil of this state, this community. Throughout the states of our country, the America and Europe, in graves marked only by the unredeemed agony of their toil and the sanctified dust of their bones, to those of our ancestral kin and kin, who never tasted freedom in their lifetimes, and who still await the day when, through some appropriately humble act of national contrition, they may at long last rest in peace. May our observance of this National Day of Remembrance and Mourning remain such a day. This was Robert Sterling Pritchard, and the first published in the TFA Juneteenth commemorative card, June of 1992. This is pretty sad and heart-wrenching to know the ancestors that perished. So this calendar is packed full of our African American and ancestral history, and definitely one that we should have in our homes so that we can share them in our community with our families and our friends, and also learn some of the great history and legacies of our African American ancestors and family members. So February 1st, if you didn't know, is called Freedom Day, yet something else we should look up and know the meaning of, where it came from. And we can find some of that great stuff and information in our calendars. So we remember we had the calendar from last year, 2023, that was the same dates as the calendar in 1865. So if you don't have one of those, grab one. If you can find one, I've got one. So let me know if you need that so that we can keep that history, because each day on the calendar is packed full of great history that we would want to share with our family, friends, colleagues, so that they do understand the place that we have in American history. All right. My name is Marquis Monday, and I am the director for the Miss Juneteenth Nevada Scholarship Program right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I look forward to seeing you. If you do need to get a calendar, you can go on our website, MissJuneteenthNevada.org, and purchase one.